Good morning, class. It's Tuesday, May the 12th, and today we're going to go ahead and do our calendar, and our number of the day is number 23. So grab your May calendar. If you have any coloring left to do, go ahead and do some coloring. Otherwise, we're going to hop over to our page. We're going to add the number 12. Make sure your 1 and your 2 are the same size for your number 12, not like my 11 was. And your 2 is nice and neat. They're going to be a little bit close together because they're part of the same number, but they're not going to be too far away. So just looking at some equations we could make, 20 minus 12, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 20 minus 12 is 8. 19 minus 12, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 19 minus 12 is 7. I could also know that if it's on the same row, it's a week before, so that automatically means it's 7 days early, which means I can quickly say 12 minus 5 would also be 7 because it's on the same Tuesday row, so it's a week earlier, and each week has 7 days. We can double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. We could subtract from the 31st back to 12 to see how many we have. So we would have 31. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 31 minus 12 equals 19. You can make lots of equations using your calendar as your guide. Find number 12 on your tulip and color it in. Today is cloudy again with a little bit of sun, so I'm going to put it under cloudy. Cross it to make my 5. When I make my next group, I'm going to leave a space so that they're not attached, and I have a separate grouping of 5. There is some sun out there today with my clouds, mostly cloudy. So I'm going to use brown to do a mostly cloudy but a little bit of sun day. And you might do that, or when you're doing your calendar, if it's more sunny, you might do yellow for sunny, or black for cloudy if it's more cloudy. Come to your next empty number of the day page, and let's do number 23 together. It's May the 12th, and our number today is 23. 23 I know is not even because 12 plus 12 makes 24 and 11 plus 11 makes 22, and I skip it when I do that, so it must be an odd number. It's 23, so it has both words, 20, and then the word 3. 23. In tally marks, 20 I know is 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll do it this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, so 4 sets of 5. So we'll quickly do our 4 sets of 5. Notice I'm leaving big spaces in between my groups of tally marks, so I can easily see 5, 10, 15, 20, and 3 more. 23 is my number. It goes in the middle. 1 less is 22, and 1 more is 24. In 10 frames, I'm going to need 2 full 10 frames and 1 partial 10 frame. Oops, my green is starting to run out a little bit, I think. 2 full 10 frames and 1 not full 10 frame. Remember, when I'm making 10 frames, I put 4 lines up and down in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that gives me 10 spaces each. 2 of my 10 frames need to be full. There they are, quickly getting full with my circles. And then my last 10 frame needs the 3 that's left over. In place value blocks, I have 2 full 10s, so I would have 2 10 rods. Those would be my 10 rods. And then I need 3 1s, and those are separate cubes. Don't join them together. It looks like a broken 10 rod, so it's 3 separate cubes. On my number line, I always like to pick the middle for where my number is, counting backwards to find out what this line would be, and counting forwards to find out what this line would be. So 22, 21, 20, 19, 18 would be the beginning of my number line segment, and 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 is the end of my number line segment. In dice dots, I don't have 10 on my dice, so I have to make combinations of as high as 6, and I know that 12 and 12 is 24, and 12 is 6 plus 6. So I'm going to need 4 dice, and if I put 6s on them all, I would get 24, but I only need 23. That's 1 less. So one of my dice is going to have 5, and the rest of my dice are going to have 6. You can go ahead and count your dots as you're building them. Start with, I'll build a 6, add 6 more, say, oh, I'm only at 12, add 6 more, I'm at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Counting forwards from 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, all the way up to 30. And counting backwards from 23, I'm going to put 23 in this box. And I'm going to go 22, 21, 20, missed a number, 19, 18, 17, 16. Draw a quick picture. I think I'm just going to do apples today. Apples look just like circles, but they have a little top on them. There's 10. Put my little apple stem on them all. And then 3 more. I can use some of the pictures I have to create my number bond for 23. I have 20 plus 3 more, so I think I'll do that one as one, which means 20 plus 3 equals 23. I'm going to just move that up a little bit because I see you can't see that very well. There we go. 20 plus 3 equals 23. 23 minus 3 equals 20. 23 minus 20 equals 3. 3 plus 20 equals 23. In my part hole, I've got 23 and I want some parts. I'm going to use my dice this time. I've got 12 on these 2 dice and 11 on these 2 dice. So I'm going to put 12 and 11. And then my number sentences could be 12 plus 11 equals 23. They could be 20 plus 3 equals 23. I could look at my 10 frames and go backwards from 25. This whole one would be 25. So a full 10 and a full 10 and 3 means 25 minus 2. So 25 minus 2 equals 23. Or I could use the full 30 and go backwards from 30 minus, and I have 7 empty, equals 23. Then I have 2 addition and 2 subtraction questions. Go ahead, my friends, and do your number of the day for 23. Take some time if you want to, and color your May calendar page if you're not done yet. I like the tree swirls, kind of look a bit like wind, but then you notice it's part of this tree. So color it carefully. Have a wonderful day.